Star Report. I am your host, Star. Welcome to the show. It's Monday evening. Noah Lyles, we have to big this young man up. He took the gold in the 100-meter, a photo finish in Paris, France, and he won it. Don't get it twisted. Pushed his body forward. And for those who don't know, Noah Lyles is the guy who roughly 11 months ago was he was talking a little crazy with regards to the NBA when he said, world champions of what? Well, he backed it up. This happened yesterday. For those who don't know, it was a photo finish, as I said. He's now the fastest man in the world. Only took him 9.784 seconds. Okay. He didn't have a great start. He was seventh halfway through the race, and then he put his foot on the gas and pow! Here we are. Now, did he save the United States of America from losing face? Because your girl, Sha'Carri, got her boots smoked. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She got the silver in the 100-meter final. And I'm not sure where she's at now. Dana, are you calling in? Dana with the data. Dana has been watching the Olympics in detail, and she's going to call in tonight and give me some information and talk about some of these topics here, okay? I am supporting Julian Alfred, who I saw beat Sha'Carri, huh? Not just beat her, as I said, smoked her. First ever gold medal for St. Lucia. St. Lucia, correct me if I'm wrong, less than 100,000 is their population, okay? And she's just 23 years of age, and she's got a very impressive record thus far, okay? But she took the gold, okay? This is, again, at the Olympics in Paris, France. And I want to talk about, with all due respect, Noah Lyles. He's part of a Netflix docu-series called Sprinter. And I saw him with his girlfriend, okay? They've been dating for a couple of years now, no more than two or 3 years, right? I'm not sure what country she's from. And I just want to ask the question, is black masculinity a thing of the past? A thing of the past. Noah Lyles has got his fingernails painted all sorts of different colors, he's got on what I think is the LGBTQ plus wristband, got the little beads in his hair, and I would imagine his toenails are painted as well. And I'm not tripping, but I have to ask the question because, today's generation, they're very different. Certain things that you say, and they look at you and say, oh, that's so toxic, right? But I am going to acknowledge this man's achievement at the Olympics, and he's got more races to participate in. Salute to this guy. Noah Lyles, if you want to call in, chime in with regards to the discussion, all right? Also, guys, my showrunner, I put the video in my community section, Louisiana's new surgical castration law. This is a law now. It's official. The bill was authored by two black women. Hang on a second. We have to go slow with this because this is the first of its kind in the United States of America. State Senator Regina Barrow, okay, and State Representative Delisha Boyd. Yep, Delisha Boyd. Two black women who put this bill together, okay, and it's now a law. The governor signed it. Let me just give you the gist of it. But again, the video is in my community section. After a sex offender, with regards to, little people, I'll just say that, gets out of prison within a week's time, the state now has the right to castrate you. Females as well, not just males. But State Representative Delisha Boyd, when you see her talking on a couple of videos, because this is not like a big trending story, she's more so talking about men, these men. I say, damn, look at Mammy just going in. So when you come out of prison, yes, within a week's time, they can legally castrate you. If you refuse, then you will have to serve another 3 to 5 years in the penitentiary. Join the conversation if you feel passionate about this new law. What are your thoughts? Might this pick up traction in the United States of America to other states? You know, once they see black women behind something, oh, well, it's okay. It's acceptable with them, right? I think that's kind of dangerous, but I don't know. We're talking about children preserving their mental stability, giving them a chance to live, to grow, to prosper. So maybe this is a good thing. I don't know. Louisiana, I have no interest in living there. I mean, I went through there decades ago. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my showrunner. Also, guys, whoa, so much to talk about. Got this in the mail. Family, I got the Microphone Check Blu-ray. Okay, salute to Nikki DeGod, Tyreek Nasheed, and the entire team out there, Melanoid Nation. Okay, I paid for this, guys. I paid for this, and they also sent me a couple of other goodies. Hold on a second. I did see American Maroon already, but they sent me that as well in a Blu-ray. I saw Buck Breaking, but they sent me that as well. Okay, purr. And thank you, King Flex. I got a copy of his book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter. Okay. Kind of reminds me of myself. What did I call myself over 20 years ago? The biracial racist race baiter. But this man does the damn thing, and I fully support him. So I will be checking out Microphone Check this weekend. I'm going to need some assistance because I've never owned a Blu-ray disc, and I got the PlayStation and some other things. You're going to have to help me figure out how to do all this, all right? Okay, also, I do want to talk about Kamala Harris. Yes, Kamala, that's how she says her name. And get off this thing where everybody's trying to correct everybody else about her name. Fuck her name. I'm serious. F her name. 5 years ago, the Griot did an interview with her, and I put the video in my community section for those who did not see it. She was asked a straight question: does Kamala Harris support reparations for Black Americans? Did you see it? What do you think? Go listen to the video in its entirety, but toward the last, I think it's under a minute. She says, I'll give you the quote. So I'm not going to say I'm only going to do something to benefit Black people. No. But listen to it in its entirety, okay? And call in about her and tell me what you think, because she's getting a lot of support from the Black diaspora. Not that means anything, but I want to have a healthy discussion as well, all right? All right, Dana, sit tight. I see you in the queue. Anything else I need to mention? My other YouTube channel, Squirrel Party. Did anybody catch the black water fountain? Do you know what a black water fountain represents? Good evening, troll babies. How you guys doing? Anybody catch the black water fountain on my Squirrel Party YouTube channel? Well, okay, I'll give him a second. All right. Okay, that's my show this evening. Salute to Lance, I got your donation. Okay, Star, Noah Lyles' girlfriend is Jamaican. Her name, okay, yes, Janelle Broomfield. Yeah, I saw him and her doing a little dance, you know, a little thing together. That was cute. But now, Dana is going to say something different because her and I was speaking earlier. He seems, and I say this with all due respect, very zesty, you know? Not that he has to be a thug, but is that really his girlfriend or just his homie lover friend? You know, are they headed towards the altar, or do they just pile around? Because they went on a date when they first met, and according to him, the chemistry wasn't there, and they decided to be just friends. So where are they now? Are they just helping each other's career? You know, it's a fair question, but again, I'll bring Dana in shortly, all right? All right, and Penelope, I got your donation early. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, please watch the video, call in Louisiana's new surgical castration law. Okay, let's get down to business. Where is Dana? Do you want to cam up? Dana with the data. Hey, Dana, on a Monday. How you feeling?
Hello.
Hey, do you want to cam up or do you want to talk on the phone? It's up to you.
Well, I didn't know you was going to send me the link or not, so I just thought you wanted me to call in, so I didn't really prepare. So if I cam up, you gotta give me like 10 minutes or something.
Well,
but
I tell you what, let's you and I talk about the Olympics, and if you want to call back and talk about Louisiana castration law, you can get your pretty face on the screen. All right, I'll give you some time to get all cute. Okay, so you've been watching the Olympics. And listen, I was putting some respect behind the scenes when you and I were talking with regards to Julian Alfred from St. Lucia, and were you hating? What's going on?
You're so extra. I was not hating. I was not hating. She won fair and square. So, and props to her. And this is the first medal ever for St. Lucia. So she is going to be, the star, I would say, of the whole Caribbean hemisphere for a while. And she is performing in the 200 meters final tomorrow night. But Gabby Thomas is going to take that gold. However, I was saying that the Jamaicans were not in this 100 sprint. And there was a little hiccup that I think what caused Shakira. Is it Shakira or Shakari? Shakari, sorry. Shakari.
Richardson.
That's what caused her, to get off the blocks a little bit slower.
Oh, stop it.
But
Come on. Come on.
However, I did say to you, Noah Lyles had to save the day for America and FBA because there was another Black American who lost the 4x400 meter relay to the white woman. So we kind of been taking L's, right? But
are you going to mention the Caucasian young woman's name from the Netherlands? Yes.
I don't remember her name, so no, I'm not. I don't remember it, but she won. She's from the Netherlands.
Hang on, Dana. I got time for you. I want you to damn near co-host. Can you Google the name, or we'll look in the live chat? That white girl caught up to that FBA sister and smoked her boots, just like Shakari got blown out by Julian Alfred. Blown out. Come on.
Well, her name is Femke Bol of the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was not her first time being at the Olympics competing. So she is seasoned. She is a veteran, even though she never won gold. This is, I believe, it is the first gold for the Netherlands in the relay. But Femke Bol. I actually sent you a video of her. She sounds like Mickey Mouse.
I watched it.
Yeah. So, the Americans took silver in the 4x400 relay, and the anchor, Kaylin Brown, 19 years old, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, her very first Olympics. Yeah. She did good, but
she lost.
Dana,
they lost. Come on. Let's not do all that. She'll get a participation trophy, but they lost. Now
she got the silver.
Okay. Well, let's go back for a second, because you keep trying to when you and I spoke behind the scenes, you keep trying to downplay Julian Alfred. 23 years of age. This is a young woman. She's strong, conditioned her body. Somehow you think that old Shelly Ann Fraser Price from Jamaica, who's had all sorts of injuries, who did warm up. She made it into there was some trouble at the gate where her and Shakari Richardson had trouble getting in. She made it in to warm up, Shelly Ann Price, and her body didn't respond well. So her team and and her, they decided not to compete. You're saying Shelly Ann Fraser-Price would have won against Julian Alford? Pardon me.
Yes, either it would have been if both of them, if Sha'Carri and Shelly Ann Price would have been able to warm up properly, right. It would have been between those two get with the gold, and Julian Alfred probably would have got the bronze, maybe the silver. So yes, and I'm sorry, it's the fact that you keep saying she old. She is in tip top shape. A total of, I think she has like 19 gold medals. So one of the most decorated athletes in track and field. Yeah. But
at one time,
and she didn't get a chance.
At one time, but she's almost 40 now. Okay, so hang on a second. Let's you and I talk, guys. Phone lines are open. Cash App. I think I put the link at the top of the live chat. Somebody let me know if I didn't. Deeds, if you're out there. So Noah Lyles, a champion. He's got a great personality, and he and his brothers, they work out. This was his dream, to win the 100-meter gold at the Olympics, and he did the damn thing. There was controversy at first because right after the race, I heard the announcers saying that Jamaica took it. But then when you look at the photo finish, you see clearly Noah Lyles' chest was out first. Yes?
Yeah, so the people that were commentating the race, they thought it was the Jamaican Thompson. Mm-hmm. But so they said it was Thompson. And looking at it, I kind of thought it was him too. However, the judges, the officials, they look at everything, especially when a race is that close. And you have to put your torso or shoulder has to be over the line first. Right. They consider that, not the foot. So when they looked at the still shot, it was confirmed that Noah Lyles won, because it took them a minute to confirm everything. So they didn't say Jamaica won and then take it back. The officials took their time. It took like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and it was confirmed Noah Lyles won the gold medal by 0.005 seconds.
Yeah. I watched on a different channel because they did declare the Jamaican sprinter as champion, and
that was the commentator.
Yes, that's what I said, and then they had to take it back. Okay, so not that this matters. I'm not. Who cares about his sexuality? But Noah Lyles, one would assume, that. Let me choose my words carefully here. He just seems very the alternative lifestyle, or is that just for show, for acceptance with the dominant society? Seems a little zesty. Yes, no?
I wouldn't say zesty. I just think he's very arrogant, and he has a very strong ego. But athletes, especially runners like that, a lot of them are like that. So he just have a very big personality.
I have no problem with his confidence. He's got a great smile. I didn't know until you told me he has a girlfriend. Then I said, get out of here. That's his homie lover friend. So they have this Netflix docu-series. I only watched part of the first episode. But when they first went out on a date, there was no chemistry. Did you read that? And then they decided to be friends, and now they're another couple?
Yeah, well, because I sent you an article on it, and I did glimpse at it.
I read it.
And basically, well, I didn't read the whole thing, but I glimpsed. But basically, they were just friends for several years, and it progressed into a romance, and now they live together. They're not engaged, but they are living together. And this was after
she's a beard.
Years of friendship.
She's a beard, possibly.
She's a what?
A beard.
Why do you think that? Is it because he's always smiling and jumping, and or is it because of the nail polish? Because
well, listen. If again, who cares about his sexuality? But he's like Dennis Rodman 2.0. Never mind D Wade. Because D Wade wasn't on that vibe with the painting the nails and all that sort of jazz when he played in the NBA. And D Wade was the truth. Let's not get it twisted. But Dennis Rodman was the one in the NBA who led the charge, all that nail polish and all that extra stuff. And listen, I can go back to Gary Scheider, who was wearing a diaper with Parliament Funkadelic, and half of Parliament Funkadelic, with the platform shoes and the spandex and the curls. They were very extra. But this time and history, time progresses. We have to acknowledge history, where things came from. I wouldn't be mad at him, but I have to ask the question: is black masculinity a thing of the past?
But that's a good question, and it's kind of loaded. But I think that where society is trying to make that a thing of the past when it comes to black masculinity.
Yeah.
Especially when we're looking at television and media. So that's what they pushed. If you are a gay man and you're out with your sexuality and you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, they're going to push you to the forefront, period.
Yes.
If you are trying to get into Hollywood, they're going to say, well, you have to play some type of homosexual role, in order to get work. So they are trying to create this narrative of the black man being zesty, or being less masculine.
Great to talk to you. When are you going live again?
I'm on vacation, but I will be uploading some videos this week so people can subscribe to The Real Dana and the other YouTube channel, The Real Judge Joe Brown.
All right. Great to talk to you. Have a great night.
All right. Bye.
All right. It's a law, folks. No way to slice it, dice it, pretend it's not real. It's a goddamn law. Blade, I got your message. Hold on a second. The law targets. Yes. Melissa says, okay. Might this law spread into the U.S.? That's the question. See, it's gotten a lot of support. All that, what should happen down the road. It's real, the first of its kind. I'm surprised that this law is not in a place like Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, according to the New York Times, 2019, is somewhat of a safe haven for sex offenders because of the leniency with regards to, I don't want to keep saying the R word, but, minors, I'll just say that. Trevor, got your donation. Okay. The young mammy is getting smoked at the Olympics. I'm going to try to keep up with the Olympics tomorrow. I've been busy handling other business. And I'm just not, fully in the loop. But I do want to salute that young lady from St. Lucia again. This is their first medal ever, okay? Trevor also says, okay, yes, you're in the community section, sir. Absolutely. Let's bring in some other calls. Area code 571. Talking about Noah Lyles. Gold medal, 100 meters. Hit the speed. Do you care?
Yeah. I saw him. I saw him do his thing. First of all, good afternoon to you, sir. How you doing? Okay. Everything good?
Same to you. What's cracking?
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, I saw him do his thing, and I did. The only it's a little zestful. You know what I'm saying? But I get it though. I get it. Same with the drummers, and not all of them, but sometimes they'll put that extra on it, and I'd be like, "Why is that extra there?" But it was there, and I was good with track and field myself. I used to run.
Okay,
I got out of track and field and got out of. I used to play the trombone, used to play the clarinet and the tuba, but I got out of all of that because I saw that zestful. That there was something about that zestful, and whatever that is,
the zest.
You know what I'm saying?
The zest.
Whatever that is, I just knew. So I only reason I bring it up is because you had said something about what the black man always get, and I'm gonna tell you that hell to the no.
Well, that's what they say.
But but in society. You go and attack, or unfortunately in American society, they attack the strongest. The strongest, they want to try to, make it be the weakest. And unfortunately, certain lines get crossed. And when you cross in the finish line, it's no need for that extra zestful. You already won. You don't have to put the zest on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just where I was coming from. So, a lot of things that I've seen in my lifetime make me, things that make you go home. But I just wanted to call
that's all. Yeah, that's all. Just I'm just saying, damn. Why does it have to be all of that, man? Damn, But hey, it's a different day and time. Hey, let me ask you a question. People are really, a lot of the media is focusing on Kamala Harris, whether she's black, not black enough, the family, yada yada yada. Did you see what she said on her Griot interview about 5 years ago? She does not support reparations for black people. Did you see that? Do you care?
Yes.
You care?
Yes, I did see that. And what I want to say about that situation is, like, first let me start with this one. It's Kamala if you nasty. Let me say that one. Then
she calls herself Kamala. That's how she says her name.
But it's Kamala if you nasty. It's Kamala if you want to be nice and want to smile and want to go to them dinners.
Can we get to the point about reparations? I don't want to play that game with her name. Reparations.
I feel you. So far as me, like, I did see her say that, and when the lady asked, or when she was asked about that and questioned about it and spoke on it, she pretty much made it clear where she stood on it.
Crystal clear.
Yeah, clear.
Crystal clear.
Very clear. Like, that doesn't matter. And if we got to get at y'all don't think you don't think it's other ones that deserve that as well? Why we got to get at y'all, basically?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand where her standpoint is. And
Natasha Alford is the journalist who asked her this in 2019, and she said with a straight face. She said with a straight face. No, I'm not.
Cut card.
I'm not going to say I'm only going to do something to benefit black people. No. So has she changed her tune? I'm just curious. I think she's a complete airhead. I'm voting for Trump. You should know that. Has she changed her tune? Why so much black support now? Or is reparations not that big of a deal?
It depends on, and that let me tie. I know it's not really a correlation, but let me make the correlation. It ties into the plight of whatever has been going on before. Does that even matter anymore going forward? And when different people are in certain situations to make law, and it doesn't have any reprisal, and it is coercion. I believe that's the word, coercion. It is coercion in tune. At that point, it's like, it doesn't matter if you lose or win the battle. How many people do you got cheering for and clapping to sway whatever we need to sway?
Gotcha.
And I mean, it's changing in real time, but the real will always. That's why I guess the saying goes back to the strong will always survive.
Right, sir, listen, I think you made your point. I got to take other calls here.
Thank you, sir.
He's dragging. Thank you so much. Whew, he's losing me. Noah Lyles, gold medalist, huh? I got no problem with his ego, his confidence, his arrogance. That's, I'm an older guy. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. It's just so much zest. I'm like, damn. Sheesh. Guys, I need some help here with regards to microphone check. Again, thank you to Tariq Nasheed, Nikki to God. I paid for this, and I got it in the mail. I've never owned a Blu-ray disc, and I had to dig in my closet. I got my super multi-blade, ultra slim portable DVD writer. Can I play it on this? This thing is like a decade old. Or I got the PlayStation. Is this a PS4? What is this? I don't even know. Can I play it on this? Or should I just buy a Blu-ray disc player from Amazon? I'm excited to watch this. Watch this, though. I already know it's got the information. It's truth. So I'm excited either way, okay? Lance, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Lance, call in, man. Call in. You've sent damn near a paragraph. I can't read a paragraph right now, man. Deeds, I got your text message. Thank you so much. Someone is on the line. Area code 973. Sit tight. You're up next. Sit tight. Get you on in a second. Thank you for your support. Albert, thank you for tapping in. Okay. And hey, Sunday, I see your donation. Are you tapping in, calling in? Thank you so much. I really want to give this guy his props. I mean, again, Noah Lyles, I'm not trying to clown anything about him. He did what he set out to do. I think that's huge. And I like the fact that, he backed up what he said about the NBA, roughly 11 months ago. Champions, world champs of what? Area code 973, you there? Good evening, 973.
Yes, sir. Star. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
How are you? It's cracking.
Good. Just wanted to say that Noah Lyles is the truth. He talked his stuff and he backed it up.
We have a bad echo, sir. Bad echo.
Sick.
Sir, we have a bad echo. Can
you hold on 1 second.
Make some adjustments?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I want to take off the headset.
Yep. You ready?
Yep, ready. Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. You were saying?
Perfect. Just want to say that Noah Lyles is the truth, and NBA fans are sick to their stomach. They wanted him to lose so bad, it was hilarious.
Are you sure about that, or you're just guessing? I saw one NBA player from the Phoenix Suns congratulating him.
Yeah, so not NBA players, so to say, but NBA fans, right?
Fans.
Because when Noah Lyles made that comment, the fans, when he made that comment last year about NBA champions, of what, right?
Yeah.
They were sick because they feel as if that if you play in the NBA, you are the best, and if you win the NBA title, you are world champion. But that's not the case. So they were hoping and praying that he lost, right? NBA Twitter, like they were gearing up memes up until the point of his race because they were watching each of his heats, seeing how not so good he was doing, right? Because there were other runners that were having better times. They were beating him in the races. They were ready to just pounce on him. Yeah. But he came through at the last.
He did the damn thing. Are you an NBA fan yourself?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay. Are you tight?
Also love track as well.
Are you tight?
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not. I'm not tight. But one thing I am tight about is Sha'Carri losing. I'm pissed about that.
Sha'Carri.
Topic for
Sha'Carri.
Is it Sha'Carri or is it Sha'Carri? I think it's Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri Richardson.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson, and I heard Dana on a call earlier, and she called her Femke Bowl. It's Femke Bowl. I follow track a lot, so that's why.
Oh, you're talking about the woman, the young lady, pardon me, from the Netherlands.
Yes, from the Netherlands. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, just wanted to say, Noah Lyles, the truth. Okay. I'm not gonna say shouts there. I know you.
How's the men's basketball team doing? I see that they stomped out Puerto Rico. Was it like 30 points or something like that? How are they doing?
Oh, the men's basketball team is doing well. I mean, honestly, that's expected of them. Like they're expected to actually, blow out every single country that they play. But in 2024, there's more international NBA players, right? So now their competition is a little bit more stiffer, right? So the blowouts aren't as frequent as you would think.
Do you expect them to go all the way? They didn't look that good to me when they played South Sudan. They beat them by 1 point. Do you expect them to go all the way?
Yeah, definitely. I expect them to go all the way. Again, that was just an exhibition match, right? They weren't really trying their hardest. They probably put in about 75, 80% into the game, whereas South Sudan, they were giving it their all, right? South Sudan is a good team. Like they have some standout players, right? But Team USA is they're stacked with talent. So I don't expect them to lose.
Okay. Thanks for the call, sir. Have a great day or evening. Thank you.
Of course, you too.
Okay. Hold on a second. Salute to everybody in the world of track and field from Team USA. They're running against some stiff competition. Covers of Vogue magazine, Sprite endorsement deals. Okay. Sunday says just supporting the machine. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm looking for some of my sponsors this evening as well. If you want to chime in. And again, in the community section, in case you've never seen the interview from 2019, there she is, Kamala, outright saying no. I'm not going to say I'm only going to do something to benefit Black people. No, and then she says, let's be clear. Talking about doing something for the disenfranchised would benefit everybody. She doubled down. Just wanted to point that out. Damien, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Okay. Is it Terrence? America got rid of the deep voice of Black men. Is Michael Jackson part to blame for that? And the Jackson 5? Them niggas used to talk really soft back in the 70s on Soul Train. And I used to say, damn, why do they talk like that? Anyway, Shells, I got your donation. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. You've got a mask. You're hiding. Joel, I got your donation. Noah is zesty AF. Kamala is a fraud. Well, Kamala is getting a lot of support. I don't think it's going to mean nothing. But hey. How do I say your name? So I've just Hulan. Reparations will create jobs and end homelessness. Yeah, there's some really, really good reports and stats with regards to it, but she shot that down and said no. Area code 210. We're having a discussion tonight about a few topics. Are you there? 210?
Yes, I'm right here.
How are you, sir? It's cracking.
Yeah. Can you hear me good?
We can hear you, sir. Where do you want to start?
All right, yeah, we'll start with Noah Lyles. Track guys have always been jealous of basketball and football players. It is what it is. And I can see through his energy. It's like a white person, a Caucasian showing up at the cookout. They don't really understand the energy that what they're presenting. He's not like one of us to hate like that.
Okay.
He's not in that ball field. He's not like he's just some skilled individual where he can dribble a ball all over the place or something. No, he's just running fast, and he's staying relevant to what he's doing. But you got to understand this man's mindset. And I'm not trying to figure out an LGBT person or whatever, even if they are. That's not my thing. Right. But what you have to think to make me wear a dress unforced or paint my nails colored or wear a wig as a man. So that right there alone, you got to understand he's coming from a whole different energy level. And we can't really relate to that. Let him do what he do, and we'll go on with our lives.
You said track and field traditionally are jealous of basketball players?
Oh, yes. Ask anybody to play basketball, football. That's why we quit track.
Okay.
Because we knew where it was at. That's the fame and the glory.
Okay.
It's not like it's a horrible sport. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, it's always been that.
I was.
You don't think? I know
wasn't aware.
I know.
I wasn't aware. I'm just you're educating me. So now, but the NBA. I mean, these guys are doing all sorts of wearing dresses and stuff like that, and all the weird stuff. I mean, D Wade, to my knowledge, unless you tell me different, he wasn't all with the fingernail and toenail polish when he played with the Miami Heat, right? I mean, after he retired, he started this whole Zest campaign. Yes, no.
Yeah. See, most people don't really understand that. People think LGBT people are just subhuman or something or whatever. No,
No.
man, I grew up around. Grew up around people that were gay. We knew they were gonna be gay. Look, it takes a different energy for you to walk over there and jump rope with the girls.
Yeah.
Period. It takes.
Can I jump in for a second and say I'm not tripping on what his sexuality is, whether he is or isn't gay. I just asked the question. I just asked the question: is black masculinity a thing of the past? Whether you lick a hole or smoke a pole, I don't give a goddamn. But it seems so over the top with this guy. It's my only question. It's not even a concern. If I say concern, scratch that. No. Go ahead.
People are talking about him because of his arrogancy. The man is very talented, God gifted, but when it comes to what he was trying to do, I was just saying it has nothing to do with his sexuality. I could care less if he got a girl or a boy. Right. We know that doesn't matter. They can fight, they can run, they can do all of that. So that has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about his arrogance about speaking about the NBA as if we are not. We're going to prove a point.
Okay.
Just like they do the feminists with a woman boxing a man. I get tired of them.
Sir, that was a female. That was fake news. You're talking about the female that everybody was saying was a transgender. That was actually a female. Did you know that?
Okay. Well, okay. Well, that's fake news. Yeah. That's fake news.
That was fake news. They've issued apologies. She was talking about being bullied. That was fake news. Go ahead.
So, okay. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, sometimes you have to prove a point. Mm-hmm. The U.S. will not lose in basketball. I know, and he think the guy before, he thought we was going to hate. People going to hate. We're not hating on a track. He's a track guy. If he was a celebrity, he would be a D-list celebrity, bro. Okay. Stop it. Like nobody's on that guy like that.
Got you. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Louisiana's new surgical castration law. This is a law, kids. It's in effect August the 1st. Okay. Give me some thoughts. This might spread across the USA, 2 black women put this into motion. In case you're just now joining me, State Senator Regina Barrow and State Representative Delisha Boyd. They authored this bill months ago, signed by the governor. It's in full effect. Now, they've had chemical castration for a little over a decade in Louisiana. I'm not sure if they've ever. I think they used it one time. However, that process worked. But there's so much support for this surgical castration law. Other states might start to pick it up. Now that's my just concern, because if we look at wrongful convictions by way of the disenfranchised, or those who can't afford lawyers, or those who accept plea deals, then what? Every state is not going to give you the option. Again, after you're released out of prison, 1 week out, the state can step in legally, castrate you. If you refuse, then you'll do 3 to 5 years, okay? Jell, I got your other donation. Hold on a second. Somehow the conversation has shifted by way of the NBA and Noah Lyles. Jell says NBA fans don't care. That caller is zesty. Thank you for the donation. Maybe he cared. I didn't see that online. I didn't see that. Now, I follow the trending stories. I didn't see that NBA fans were upset and bothered or waiting for his downfall. I think as Americans, everybody's hoping that America comes through. But, Luis says, I may question God if Kamala wins the presidency. Hey, I saw a video of her dancing with some little black kids. Anybody see that video? That was crazy. She was doing the bus stop and everybody's laughing. As I said, she just stays laughing all the damn time. I don't get it. Area code 848, good evening. We're talking about Noah Lyles. Can you please turn that down in the background? In the background, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Peace.
Please, can you turn that down, sir? Sir, you've got echo noise in the background, please.
All right, everything is turned down, sir.
How are you? It's cracking, shaking.
I'm great. My thing is right here, right? I'm from Franklin Township, Somerset County, New Jersey.
Okay.
Not too far from where you're at, and from Scotch Plains.
Okay. I live in North Carolina. Hey, yo, I live in North Carolina, sir.
No, I know. I was just making reference.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, check this out, right? I grew up with Kevin Lyles, the father of Noah Lyles.
Okay.
Yo, let's put some respect on the father's name right now. He showed that boy what to do and how to do it. And I'm so grateful.
Kevin Lyles from the music industry. Kevin Lyles from the music industry?
No. Kevin Lyles, not the music industry's Kevin Lyles. No.
Okay.
Kevin Lyles, the Olympic runner from the 1996.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Go ahead.
That's his father. And I watched that man play basketball. Yo, I'm telling you, Star, this man used to be out. This boy, when we were children, used to be outside. Snow, rain, sleet, or fall. He used to have a shovel. Raking off the damn.
Are you talking about Noah Lyles now, sir? Was outside with the
No, we're
shovel?
back to track. Yes, okay, back to track.
Okay. Can I ask you to just step up the pace a little bit? I don't want to go back that far. He won the gold.
Indeed.
He won the gold.
Let's
take it from there.
I'm just saying, I don't know about being zesty and none of that. I know that his father and his parents put him on to do greatness, and he has performed to be great.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that. I don't want to go too far into Camilla and all of that. Camilla. I'm not going to none of that. I'm just want to talk about that boy, that man.
Yeah.
He deserves everything he got.
Absolutely. But now the question, if we have to be precise, is black masculinity a thing of the past? That was the question. I was just using Noah Lyles as, one of the prominent figures right now. But I mean, it's really a lot of other entertainers, celebrities, if you will, that are out there. A lot of your rappers now. I don't want to go into that whole category, but is black masculinity a thing of the past?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You're a black man. I'm a black man, and I support my family and my people every day and all day. We are going to stay and do what we do for our children at all costs. I don't know about these other jokers out here doing what they do, but I know as far as me being who I am and what I seen growing up, I love my uncles. I love my cousins. I love my father figures. I love people like you, Mr. Starr, that have been there for us.
Well, sir, are you a man of notoriety? If I can just be a little bit more specific, are you someone of influence? Because I'm 60, so never mind me. I'm
46.
The younger generation.
I'm 46. Yeah. I'm a chef professional. Yes, I am. I do what I do in life. So I'm not.
You're old, sir. You's an old nigga. I'm talking about the ones in
the
20s.
Sort of, kind of. But my thing is, let these kids be kids, man. Because that kid, what are you, 25, 26? I don't know how old he is. I don't, let me lie to you. I don't know how old he is.
Okay.
But I do know that I grew up with his father. And his father was a great man. His grandfather was a great man.
Got you. All right.
I want to put
that. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Nobody else.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know who this is on area code 347. Sit tight. You're up next. 347. I think we're done with the question. I don't want to get that too intertwined with Noah Lyles. I don't give a goddamn about his, sexual preference. Maybe we'll come back to the question another day in time, unless somebody else calls in and gives a more efficient breakdown. It's a champion. That's it. Sir Shai got your donation. Are you calling in, Sir Shai? He says, oh, okay. Well, that's Lance. Lance says, yes, Star, the PS4 will play the Blu-ray disc. Okay. Do I need the Stealth 300 headphones? 12 babies, did I show this yet? Do I need these to play the Blu-ray disc? Okay, I just play the goddamn thing with the PS4. Thank you, Shells. I'm not going to have enough energy to watch it tonight, but Sir Shy smoking on that Jamaican pack, and Vultures 2 is trash. Okay, thank you, Sir Shy. Peace. Left-handed. I see you, sir. Good evening. Left-handed. He's in the building.
Peace. What's good with you, man? You all right?
Yeah, man. Noah Lyles, man. I'm just, his gangster. He put it down,
Absolutely, man. And I'm gonna go and kind of like try to follow up what the other callers was talking about in regards to Noah Lyles, man. I don't know him personally, but he got on, you know what I mean, by doing what he does. He's an athlete just the same, not taking nothing away from him. But for real, for me, my thing with Noah Lyles is, for as great as he is and as great as he's going to continue to be, we only hear about this dude like once every 4 years, right? And for me, it's like dudes can win 2 NBA titles in 4 years. What do these dudes get ready to do out there? They get ready to bring home a gold medal. Then Noah Lyles' comment about world champions of what becomes kind of moot. It's just a thing that somebody said, right? Because once they bring home the gold medal, doesn't that mean that they're the world champions to everybody? Right? So that's just my point. And no disrespect.
Well, hang on. Do you want me to respond? Do you want me to respond to what you said?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
It's okay. Well, Noah Lyles did get the gold. The NBA men's basketball team has not gotten the gold yet. So we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the discussion, that I just threw out there to remind people of who he is was from 11 months ago when he made that statement. I don't know if he's doubled down since then. I mean, I don't think he needs to, but but at the same time, let's keep it real. You are a sports guy. Noah Lyles is constantly in meets, constantly training, traveling. Mm-hmm. So he's official, man. It's not like, he has to be relevant, to the world of trending news. No, he's putting in that work. Yeah.
Absolutely. But how it comes across, man, like world champions of what? Like world champions of doing what they do. You the world champion of doing what you do. You know what I mean? And there's no disrespect. I'm not coming sideways or nothing, because I definitely and totally respect what he's accomplished. Absolutely. That's first. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, like you said, he's training all year round for this, for every 4 years he does his thing, but he's training in between. So you got to give it up to him. So, but again, man, as a dude who watches the NBA and who kind of like has a problem with it sometimes as well, you can speak your mind. You can say however you feel. Speak whatever you feel. That's it.
I started to text you the other night because I forget what year did they allow NBA players to join the Olympics. And
I think
okay.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
And then prior to that was the men's basketball teams in the Olympics. Were they winning prior to the Dream Team and all that stuff? I forget what year that became, the norm. You remember or no? I can Google.
Yo, I remember going back, man. I think it was like 72 when they got cheated. This is going back like way back. And they got cheated by the Russian team. And I think that they were tired of getting jerked. And I think that at first it was college players, not too many NBA guys. But I think that they wanted to kind of like bring the glory back, so to speak. But yeah, I think that they weren't really doing really well as they wanted to do. But I do remember in '72 they got jerked out of the goal by the Russian team. It was a bad call. It was really serious. It was really crazy. But I think that they started to step that up like after the fact.
Hang on, I just googled it.
Dream team before '92.
I just googled it. 1992 is when the FIBA. That's when they were prompted to modify its rules and allow NBA players in the 1992 Olympics and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're saying they got jerked, and I hear you, but
look it up.
Well, then I'm
Google it.
Okay, I'm not doubting that, but I'm saying technically they were losing. Whether they got jerked or not, they were losing.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, they were losing, but they got jerked out of that goal medal in '72. Yeah. But if you want to go, go waste time and go back or whatever.
Whether they claim that shit was rigged, they lost. They were losing.
You gotta look at it yourself, man. You be the judge of that.
Listen,
That's all. I wanted.
Okay, good.
I wanted to tap into the what you say is black masculinity a thing of the past.
Well, hang on now, because you see, once we start talking about the Olympics and basketball, I need to be brought up to speed, man. Let's. You said they got jerked. Okay, I'm going back.
1972.
Okay.
Olympics. Basketball.
Yo. Left-handed, these niggas look like they were trash, man. Yeah, you're right. 1972, Soviet Union won. Yeah. 1980, Yugoslavia won.
It was there. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
1988, Soviet Union won men's basketball. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2004, Argentina won. Troll babies, am I wrong? Am I?
Go ahead, man.
No, you have the floor. So let's stay there for a second, please.
No. I'm just saying to you that the Olympic basketball team, you see what the deal was. They had to go snatch some NBA players up because they wanted to get that thing back because the world was catching up early.
Yes,
that's all.
That's my point. The world was catching up.
Mm-hmm.
All that tomahawk dunking shit, all that was, up until other people started playing the game, and then they couldn't hang on. But now hold on. How did they lose in 2004? Who was on the men's team in 2004? Men's basketball team.
God. Killing me, man. Golly.
Did they hold on a second? Did they get a? Okay, they got a bronze, not even the silver. Am I reading this right? Left-handed.
Yeah. Hey, listen. They didn't get jerks. They had like Larry Brown was the coach. They had AI, Tim Duncan, Stephon Marbury, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo, LeBron, Amari Stoudemire, Lamar Odom, Richard Jefferson. They had a squad, yo.
Can I jump in?
And they were supposed to win.
Can I jump in?
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
In '88, the United States won a bronze, not even a silver. Am I reading this right?
It seems like that sometimes, man. You can't win them all.
Sheesh. Well, you see, with all that goddamn money that they make in endorsement deals, I want them to win it all. Yeah, every time. Good.
I mean, I get it. At the end of the day, you do want them to win it all. But then when we say that, it's like, everybody can't win. You know what I mean? Everybody gets a chance and all that. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that. But at the end of the day, that's what people say. Yeah, they lost their sole career. You know what I mean? And again, listen, it happens.
Okay. Is black masculinity a thing of the past, inspired by the champion Noah Lyles? Just he's a zest monster, but he's a goddamn champ.
Nah, I don't think so, because I'm around black masculinity too much, man, for it to be even thought about or considered like a thing of the past. Like, you know what I mean? So whoever would want you to think that, You know what I mean? Let that be on them, because I think it's how you look at it. You know what I mean? It's coming from an individual. But all the people that I'm around, you know what I mean? It's we are who we are, and as simple as that. So again, I don't think it's a thing of the past at all.
Okay.
It's just that you know what I mean? If you don't see it, then you don't know about it. But fortunately, I'm around people that, it could never be considered a thing of the past.
Got
Never.
you. Okay. Great to talk to you, man. Anything else you want to mention?
Absolutely.
Wait. Now I don't want to spend too much time on this, but it looked like your man had a little trouble there. Yes, a little trouble. You want boxing? You want to bring that back up or no?
Who? Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, had a little trouble.
Hey, listen, man. Good fight. Hey, listen. How did you score that fight? It was a little trouble, but I scored that fight 8-4. You know what I mean? The dude, all respect to him. You know what I mean? He made some money. He got his future prospects is very, very, very big for him. You know what I mean? I said that before the fight. I was like, yo, don't beat me in the head about, Terrence Crawford had too much time off, whatever the case may be. He stepped his game up. This dude was supposed to be reminding people of Gennady Golovkin. You know what I mean? So again, he bought the fight to Terrence Crawford. He did some things, but I think I still scored the fight 8-4. No matter how you slice it, Terrence Crawford won that fight. So again, I give it up. Go ahead, speak. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
He won. Israel. How do you say his name? Madrimov. Well, first of all, he took Terrence Crawford the distance.
Absolutely.
Took him the distance. If you look at this guy's record, as I'm sure you have, I was surprised that he took him the distance. Let me just say that. He doesn't have great stats and highlights. And then I said this is the guy that Errol Spence Jr. needs to stay away from. And you said what?
I said who needs to stay away from Israel Madrimov?
Yeah, Errol Spence Jr.
No, I said it would be a good test for him. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
I said it would be a good test for him. And then he was like, well, Errol Spence is dealing with some stuff or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool, but whatever. I still think it would be a good test for him, because Madrimov, he showed and proved that he could get in there and step it up, even though he's quote unquote inexperienced. Right. But how do you define inexperience? All right, well. I mean, you have a lot of amateur fights. You know what I mean? He may have had, I think this might be his 11th or 12th professional fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, at the end of the day, when is it, the time for you to really step your game up? How many fights do you need on the professional rank star for you to be considered, okay, let's step up and go big time?
I was just surprised that it went the distance. And as far as Errol Spence Jr. is concerned, I don't think he should fight this guy. This guy's got too much stamina. Errol Spence Jr., if you ask me, I could be wrong. He's showing signs of, what do you call it, CTE? If you ask me.
I believe that's what you say, CTE.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
I think I don't know. Even when you look at a guy like Lomachenko, he had like over hundreds of amateur fights, and he stepped his game up and showed and proved that he can go big time or whatever. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. Hey man, great talking to you. I appreciate you as well. Salute.
Down there in Sports Talk every Tuesday night, 8 to 9.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay.
Peace.
All right, peace. Left-handed tapping in. Guys, give me a second. I got a lot going on here right now. Shells, I got your donation. Star, you holding up a PS3. Star, I don't know if this is a PS3 or PS4. How do you tell? I thought this was a PS4. I got to call Rugerani because she was helping me with it. Yeah. So this is a PS4. It says PS4 right there. But thank you, Shells. Okay, but the bottom line is I can play microphone check. the Blu-ray disc on the PS4. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you, man, for your support. Okay. Spirit, I see you in the live chat. Thank you so much for sending in a donation. Thank you, Spirit. Anything you want to mention or promote? He says, I became a great grandfather last month and I'm still sipping. Salute to you, man. Wow, a great grandfather. Shit. Wow. Let me get this man's information on the screen. Spirit, I was doing a lot, man, over the last couple of weeks while you were away, and I was trying to get a hold of you, but it's good to have you back. Let me get your information on the screen. I appreciate your support as always. Please check this man's platform out. A great playlist he always puts up, at least 2 a week, okay? YouTube.com/@SpiritSmoothTunes on YouTube. Tell him I sent you. Rory, are you tapping in? Where's Rory? Rory says, okay, yeah, 347. Rory, can you hold on? Rory, give me a second. I'll be right there. Sit tight. I need to text Deeds. Rory was cracking with shaking Monday evening.
Yo, we good, man. What's going on? I wanted to hit the Kamala. That's how we call it. Kamala topic.
Kamala. Now, hang on.
Yeah, I seen that.
A few things. We got an echo in the background, number one. Make your adjustments. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, you drop one F-bomb. Got to get you out of here. One F-bomb. Got to get you out of here.
No, I'm not going to do no F-bombs.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do the F-bombs. I apologize last time. I know, yeah. I dropped a couple of F-bombs.
I get tired of talking to you, white boy, and you can get banged on like everybody else. Like everybody else.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I will say salute to the brother Noah. Could I give him his my USA congratulations to him for winning the race and representing our country. And I don't mind the zestiness at the end. I agree with you. It looked like he floated. Over the finish line. He was that zesty at the end. But that shouldn't really be an issue. That I don't feel that should be an issue. I think that's an accurate depiction of brothers in America in 2024. Or a lot of brothers, not all, but I think that's an accurate depiction of a lot of brothers in 2024, that they zesty, man, and they're living their truth. You know, whether they're athletes, thugs, or politicians. You know, I think that's an accurate depiction of brothers from America in 2024. And I don't think he should have any shame in his game. You know, I disagree with the last caller.
Well, hang on a second. I don't even want to focus on other callers. I like for one caller to focus on what they're talking about.
Okay.
Hold on. His zestiness has nothing to do with him winning. That's not why.
Not at all.
That's not why I even brought that up. He won. He's a champion. Salute to him. I was just asking because the fingernail polish, all the little bracelets. Fix the echo, Rory. You're killing me. Fix the echo.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I was just asking because of all the extra stuff, the little beads. Maybe it's not that deep. It's not that deep. This is the younger generation, but he won. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really think it's a big deal. I don't think people should focus on that. I really don't think people should focus on that. I don't know why that should be an issue. There's a lot of zesty black dudes all over the country, and if one of them happens to be the best runner that we have, and represents our country and wins the medal, why does that care?
Right.
I mean, Brooklyn is like the ATL of New York City. There are more zesty black dudes in Brooklyn than there are in the rest of the city and the rest of the 5 boroughs. If you don't know that, you don't live here. You've never been to Brooklyn. So times have changed, and I think we should just respect Noah, whether he's zesty or not, as the Olympic champion that he is and representing our country.
Okay.
Let the brothers get their zest on. That's not a bad thing. I don't really think that's a bad thing. Me personally, I don't think that's a bad thing. Let the brothers be zesty. It's 2024, and, they're doing their thing. I salute him. I cheered for him when he was running, So, yeah, well, as far as Kamala goes, so I already told you, she is not code switching because she has never been a part of the black. You would have to be a part of the black community to code switch. She's a straight up lion. She's a phony, man. She's Indian and talking about her mom taught her how to wash collard in the bathtub. That's not true. Her mom is straight from India. If her mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is not true. There ain't nothing about that that's true. Her mother never washed collard greens, did nothing like that. She might have had some in a soul food restaurant, maybe, when she immigrated to America. But that wasn't something that she passed on to Kamala Harris. So that was an obvious lie.
Well, hang on a second, Rory. Now, different cultures prepare food in different ways. Maybe her mother, with all due respect, did put the collard greens in the bathtub. Now, that's not how black folks do it. But in some of these other, let me say, developing nations, they do all sorts of stuff, right? Different.
Yes. But I don't believe a word of it. Okay. Kamala Harris is not a code switcher. This lady is a liar and an opportunist. Okay. Right? And what she does is she claims the culture without ever having to go through the struggle of black Americans. That's what she does. She claims the culture without her or her family ever having to go through the struggle of black Americans. If she could, she would try to say that she was FBA. That's what she would try to say. But she knows that she can't do that because that would be, found out. And
let me ask you a question, Rory. You're from the New York
This is a phony.
Okay, hang on. You are from the New York tri-state area. Do you think that Kamala, that's how she says her name, Kamala, is just like a Puerto Rican girl? Can't really relate to the black struggle, but loves to lay down with the black man. For the most part, black people give Puerto Ricans a pass. Why not give her a pass, objectively speaking? Kamala.
Well, I would disagree with that personally, because being from New York City, at the very least, at least Puerto Ricans live in the same building as black Americans. At least Puerto Ricans go to the same public school as black Americans. Okay. At least Puerto Ricans live in the same neighborhood as black Americans. And for the most part, Christian Catholic black people in New York go to the same church as Puerto Ricans. Those are all things Kamala Harris has never done in her life. Her mother, as we say, is an Indian, has nothing to do with black. And when her father came over here, he was like a biomedical scientist, and he came over here as a professor. So she has no experience in the black American experience in America, and she's like the Rachel Dolezal of politics.
Dolezal.
At least Rachel Dolezal had married a black man and have half black children. So Rachel Dolezal is more black.
Rory, are you trying to say Rachel Dolezal? Is that you talking about?
Yeah, Dolazantos, whatever her name is.
Okay.
You know, the white woman with the fake kinky hair.
Right.
She's more black than Kamala Harris.
Right.
Because she had married a black American and at least has half black American kids. So
Right.
Kamala Harris is a total fugazi.
Okay.
Total fugazi.
Well, listen, I'm a Trump supporter. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. You know this, but I have to be objective. And I saw black folk, just rallying behind her again at that stop in Atlanta, Georgia. I just said, "Whoa! Would you look at these people who either don't know or maybe they just don't care that she said back in 2019 during that Griot interview with Natasha Natasha Alford, she said no to reparations for black people. No. Outright, no.
Right. The corporate media doesn't have a monopoly on information anymore because of the times and social media,
Right.
And that will be the first and only last time that Kamala Harris ever gets an audience like that, because most of them were paid to be there. Unlike Trump supporters, right? So they're trying to, this is the deep state. This is the same people that try to take out JFK, MLK, that did take out JFK, MLK, and
I was about
you
to
sort
say.
of take shots at.
No, he did.
Right, you sort of take shots at Trump. And all of a sudden, the Secret Service, the head of the Secret Service, she retires after one day of questioning. She was like, "Oh, they're getting too close to the info here. We're going to retire." Yeah. I'm telling you, Trump is the best. He's a New Yorker. He's a white New Yorker. He might talk brash and stuff, but he is the best president that will ever be for Black America as far as opportunity zones. You could look at what he did when he was president by passing the Second Chance Act.
Hang on a second, Rory. Now, to be fair, someone sent in a $50 donation. Says, Star, can you at least ask Rory, is he a equal opportunity zest monster because of his past experience with a tranny? Is that a fair question?
Somebody sent you that donation?
Yep, $50. It's Star, can you at least ask Rory?
Yeah, sure. A $2.
No, 50.
Well, now I know that was a nigga. If it was a $2 donation, he want to disrespect me. I'll disrespect his black ass.
Well, hang on. Listen, your ears. Listen. Hey. Listen. First of all, I said 50. 50. 50.
I don't believe that. That was probably an EBT donation.
You don't have to believe it. He sent in a donation. He asked you a question. Are you running from the question? Just answer the question.
Am I? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Why not? Well, I'm an equal opportunity zest monster. As much as that fake ass black dude slapped me in the GBS. That's about how much of an equal opportunity zest monster I am. But let the people have their fun.
Yeah, listen. I let you talk. They sent in a donation. We don't run from calls and donations, right?
Hey, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. I know he won't get on the line with me, but let him keep saying, send it another 50. Send it another 50.
Hang on. You're hard of hearing, yes, for those who don't know. You're hard of hearing.
No, I'm not hard of hearing. I hear you fine. I hear you good.
You've said to me on multiple occasions, Star, I'm hard of hearing. That's what you said. Now you're changing it up?
I told you a couple of black dudes kicked me in the head. I got jumped on the boardwalk in Far Rock, and
that's why you're hard of hearing.
50% of my hearing.
That's what you said. Yeah, we're not arguing. I'm just going by what you said.
I was a victim of Black American violence. Yes.
Okay. Fix the echo. I want to finish up with you. Fix the echo, folks. Give him a second. He is hard of hearing. He said that. The
problem is a lot of people lie about their experiences in life, like Kamala Harris. I don't lie about my experiences in life. I was with my homie, Pino, and we were on.
Well, hang on. Before you go down that path, I want to finish up with this man. He sent in a $50 donation. So, because of your hard of hearing, I said the first time, $50 donation. You said $2, and then you start calling the guy the N-word. Do you owe the guy an apology?
No, I ain't apologizing to his black ass. He tried to disrespect me. What are you talking about?
Hold on a sec. Sir, do you want to call in? Hold on. Sit tight, Rory. Sir, do you want to call in? Rory's on the line. TJ says, Star, how do you let the wigger speak on what's good for black people? Well, sir, Rory's hip-hop. He's hip-hop. It's all a hip-hop cesspool now. Rory dates black women. You know, everybody says the N-word. What am I supposed to say? Nah, you can't call in. Rory sends in donations. You spend skrill here, Rory, right?
I support the machine.
He supports the machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody worried about that.
Hold on a
I
second.
date black women. I'm born in the boogie down Bronx in the late 70s, man.
Hold on a second.
You ain't as hip hop as me. But before
hold on, Rory. Hold on a second. 601, sir. 601. Are you the one who wanted to speak to Rory? I don't have your area code. 601. Is that you? Rory's on the line.
No, sir. That's not me, sir, at all. I don't want that smoke.
Yeah, you don't want no smoke. Tell him.
Okay.
You absolutely right, sir.
Okay, let me put you on hold. All right, sit tight, sir. Sit tight.
There you go.
All right, hold on, because he didn't send an area code. 347, is that you, sir? Were you trying to talk to Rory, or you just wanted to send in the donation?
Yo, Star, what up?
Hey, who's this?
Yo, this is Maine from Brooklyn.
Okay, you sent in the donation, the $50 to ask Rory the question about the tranny, or no?
No, that wasn't me. I sent 5.
Okay. Do you have a problem with
He
Rory?
don't want no smoke neither.
Okay, well, he said you don't want no smoke.
Nah, it wasn't even about Rory. It ain't about Rory. Even though, what is he doing in Brooklyn? What is Rory doing in Brooklyn? Taking a zest censorship or whatever the hell he's doing. I don't know what that's about. But anyway,
Yo, there's so many black zesty dudes in Brooklyn. You can't miss. All you gotta do is get off the train and look around. Jesus Christ, what happened to these people?
I don't know what part of Brooklyn
They
you
double
be in.
dutch
Real
it.
talk. I don't know what part of Brooklyn you be in, champ.
Okay. All right. All right, well, sir, sit tight.
But real quick.
No, hang on, sir. Let me finish up with Rory. I'll come right back to you. Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate you supporting the machine, Rory. And anything else you want to mention? Kamala Harris, hold on a second. There was something else I had in the showrunner here. I'm forgetting. Damn. Oh, the castration law. Louisiana's new castration law. It went into effect August the 1st. You have to speed, Rory, or no? Yes, no, Rory, I got to go, man. His phone dropped out. Give him a second. I'm on mute. Take off the mute. Take off the mute. All right, Rory, I got to go, man. Your phone dropped out. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. I didn't hang up on him. His phone dropped out. All right, sir, 601, back to you. Where do you want to start? Thank you for your patience and your support. 601. Give him a second. Okay, his phone dropped out again. Your phone dropped out again. So you're there? You ready? 601.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, Star, how you doing this evening?
Okay, now we got two. You're on 2 lines. What are we doing? You called in twice?
I only called in once.
Okay. Where do you want to start, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was going to say about the Noah Lyles situation. Noah Lyles is absolutely correct. You know, the NBA only, you know, they say they play for a world championship, but they don't play for world championships until the Olympics. You know, with track runners and stuff like that, they're always in these meets and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he's actually facing world competition almost every other month during the summer and during the winter because they do the indoor and outdoor competitions.
Well, listen, left-handed is my guy, man. But I remember, you know, that the men's basketball team in the Olympics was not dominating prior to the Dream Team. And however, I mean, I forget all that stuff. But when it came time and then they brought in the Dream Team, then they started winning. And I just said, wow, why are they letting the professionals play? That threw me for a loop.
Well, the
Yeah, well, the reason for it started was because they had like a lot of amateurs and like college players playing against grown men because those teams across the world are really grown men and they play grown man basketball. So in order to dominate and to make the NBA grow, they had to bring in the dream team. And if you notice, once the dream team played in the Olympics, with Charles Barkley, Jordan, all of them, the game started to grow, universally. If you even talk to some of the players that's from overseas, like your Jokic's, your Giannis's, your Luka Doncic, they can remember about the dream team because that was the greatest team.
No, hang on a second, sir. I get what you're saying, and I understand that about basketball here in the States. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm talking about the Olympics. The men's basketball team was not dominating, right?
Well, no, they're not going. Yeah, they're not going to dominate, Star, because like I said before, these teams that play overseas, they play a more fundamental style of basketball.
Yes.
But the NBA is just like run and gun, no defense and stuff like that.
Exactly.
With the overseas basketball league, it's more fundamentals. This is why you have people like Nikola Jokic, which I don't know, that's the big old center, center from Denver, the Denver Nuggets.
I remember.
He's like a three-time MVP. He's a three-time MVP right now because he plays fundamental basketball. The same thing with the other guy named Luka Doncic, fundamental basketball. With the NBA basketball style and American basketball style, it's more run and gun and showtime. But overseas is more organized, and that's why they get dominated. But what happened was,
hang on, sir. I mean, we're not arguing, but my point is, again, going back to 1972, they lost to the Soviet Union. 1980, they lost to Yugoslavia. 1988, lost to Soviet Union. 2004. So it strikes me as, okay, was this a money thing? And the NBA, like you just explained, and you did a great job. Yes, the NBA here, I get it. But the Olympics, yes, young people who are not professionals for the most part in the other countries. I thought that was what the Olympics was supposed to be about, not professional basketball players from America dominating, beating the crap out of everybody worldwide. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Star, because again, it has to be a more competitive game.
Yeah.
But like I said, once the USA started losing and not dominating, because again, the US is the dominant in basketball. But once they weren't dominated, they had to start installing NBA players to play.
Yes. That's my point. That's my point.
Because they had to keep the dominance up, but also to start a team that I think was Allen. I think
But don't you hang on a second? But don't you think that's wrong? We brought in the professionals. Why don't we send over the college players, the high school players to play other people's men's basketball teams Olympics?
Well, it's not wrong now, Star, because now you have NBA players playing on world teams. You have like Germany that has a bunch of NBA players. You have Canada that has a bunch of NBA players. You have not Brazil, but Italy have like a bunch of NBA players. So now it's becoming even.
Yes. Okay. All right. I appreciate the calls. Anything else you want to touch on?
The cancellation law in Louisiana, I've seen actually both videos and I've seen the Kamala Harris video as well.
Okay. Where do you want to start? Okay.
But I think with that video though, I think her name is Dana. I think she was saying it wasn't a law yet, but they did say it was August.
It is a law. It is a law. Sir, let's not even waste time. It is a law. It is a law. That was my point. That was my point with her, sir. It is a law. If she didn't see the video, that's fine. It's a law.
But I think because you can't repeal it unless it's a law. But I think though with that particular law that it needs to happen. But I think a lot of those guys are just going to spend those next 2 or 3 years in prison. I don't think they're going to have that to happen to them.
Yeah.
I think they'll just sit it out and just wait.
Okay. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Let me print this out. Hold on. I got so much stuff on my desk here. Troll babies. I also found this gold remote control for the PS4. Yeah, this thing says PS4 on it. So I guess I got to figure this out. I'm going to watch Microphone Check tomorrow. Not tonight. I want to be well rested. And give me a second. I think it's raining outside pretty heavy right now. Folks, if there's any issues with the show, I'll just shut it down and continue tomorrow. Hold on a second. Is this right? 1972. No, that's something different. Uh-oh. Florida Boy Jay, is that you, sir, tapping in on a Monday evening?
Yo.
Hey.
Nigga was, man, listen, I couldn't get on the phone fast enough, man. What we doing? What we talking about? I heard a bunch,
I want to focus on Noah Lyles first. He's a champion.
Cool.
Hang on.
Cool. Let's get on Noah Lyles, man.
Champion. Did the damn thing. Never mind the whole zest conversation. We're past that. This man stepped up to the challenge. Photo finish. He got the gold. He talked the talk and he walked the walk. What do you want to say? Let's do that.
I want to say that, yeah, he won. He did his thing for USA. He got the gold medal, but he's still a whole ass nigga. He's still a zest monster, a super zest monster. Just because you are the fastest nigga don't mean I need to stand by you. I wish he would have popped his ACL a quarter way there. I just wish he would have just collapsed on the ground and got carried off like by his daddy, like that one nigga back in the day. I just wish that would have happened to him, but it didn't, and it's okay. And I don't want to hear no bum ass nigga talk about we need to go for him because he was actively rooting for USA basketball to lose, popping his gums, knowing he ain't get no paper, knowing we don't know nothing about him. We ain't gonna see him again. He's gonna be twerking at the ESPYs next year, and that's about it. Yeah, you. Congratulations, you're the fastest nigga alive. So what?
Tell us how you really feel. Okay, so
that's like saying I know how to dance. Or shoot a jump shot. What else, bro? What are we doing?
Okay. Well, listen, I congratulate him. When is his next meet? Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday, right? He and Sha'Carri. Is it tomorrow? Go with a bunch of notes here.
Yeah. They he still has to run 200 meter. And the thing about Sha'Carri and Shelly Ann, it was funny that both of them were complaining about. They had to walk a quarter mile to get to the gate they came at. I mean, were they smoking a joint behind the stadium or something and got high and got lost? Like, what happened? What happened to Shelly? What happened to Sha'Carri? How y'all gonna let some bum ass nigga we didn't even know about come through with the dub? Jamaicans, Americans been beefing about these women racing, and both of you show up short for the gold. What we you hold?
Well, now hang on a second because I watched video that showed that they were both there, and Shelly Ann, she was talking to the bus driver. They changed the rules at the door that they went to the previous day. So yes, they had to go to another door, however far that was, but she was able to work out. But she's got a lot of injuries. Shelly, what is her name? Price? I forget her name.
Star. They played Star. They smoked the joint in the back and played rock, paper, scissors. Who's going to go out there and still run the way off the cush?
Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Okay, she's 38 years of age and she's been having a lot of injuries, and that's what her team released. She did get the workout in. I already had that conversation with Dana. She did get the workout in, and she just couldn't meet the challenge. Go ahead.
But why are we now getting some type of we're not? I don't want to hear no caping for Shelly Ann. I wasn't hearing caping for Shelly Ann when they smoked Sha'Carri a couple years ago. I wasn't hearing caping for Shelly Ann all this time. Now that she can't race, now we got to hear about her long history of injuries.
Right.
I don't care.
37 years of age.
It's like everybody else.
Shelly Ann Fraser Price, 37 years of age. I just want to be clear on that. Go ahead.
Yeah. The bum broad shouldn't have chickened out. She should have got up there and ran. The Jamaicans been hyping up the set too long for you not to show up and at least fall on the ground for your flag, nigga. Don't just do no call, no show.
Right.
And yeah. And you were speaking about the Olympic basketball team really quick.
Oh, well, hang on. Now, I don't want to have a deep dive conversation about this. I forget how we even got to this point. Noah Lyles, what he said about the NBA players not being world champs 11 months ago. I just brought that up so people could know who he is in case they don't know. Everybody doesn't know his name. He's not like, a household name. Or maybe he is. Pardon me, maybe he is. But I went back when I was talking to left-handed, and I'm saying, well, when did the USA start losing, or were they not getting, the recognition? So they thought, and going back to 72 is when they lost to the Soviet Union. And then I went through some other years, and I said, well, damn, they lost in 1980, Yugoslavia, 1988, and it goes on and on and on. You want to comment on that or no?
Yeah, I want to comment on the USA basketball from 2004 because that's the year I remember, and I want to give you some context to why we actually lost. Star, to be honest,
I really don't care, but go ahead. You lost.
What I'm trying to say, Star, is that we didn't lose because they were just a better team. We last minute had a completely different roster than the rosters we were playing in the FIBA American Championships, like in 02 and 03. Like, we had Tracy McGrady, we had Jason Kidd, Jermaine O'Neal, Vince Carter, Mike Bibby, Kenyon Martin, Ray Allen. We had a bunch of guys who didn't suit up to play in the 2004 Olympics. That's why you had a bevy of three rookies like LeBron, Melo, and Wade. That's why you had a Stephon Marbury last. You got Allen Iverson. You really fit the B team last minute out there with Lamar Odom. They didn't have any chemistry. They played probably, I think, a month or two before the Olympics even started.
Okay.
Nobody had chemistry. Nobody got ready. So that's why we lost the bronze in 04. I just want to give you some context to that before I sign up out of here.
Well, listen, man, I mean, that just sounds like an excuse to me. And honestly, if you're just like Noah Lyles said, if you're not beating everybody in the world, then you're not world champions. So I agree with him with regards to that. You just gave me some excuses, something, and I don't care. As much money as they make, it just seems like a cop-out. And did I mention in 1988, they got a bronze, my nigga, not even a silver. Sheesh. 2004, a bronze. Italy got the silver. I'll let you finish up, but this is not like my main topic here. Men's basketball Olympic team. I'll give you the last word, though.
Yeah. No. My only point, like I said, just on that 04 team, it was put together last minute. And I don't hear Tim Duncan getting any slander for being the best player on that Olympic team and not coming home with the gold. Bum ass they got the bronze. When they called Kobe Bryant up there, the niggas ain't lose another game. That's all. And LeBron was on that 04 team too. All them bum ass things tried to put over Kobe got the bronze. When they had to call the Black Mamba, we had to get the flag back. The real ball even came. Stop hating on my nigga Kobe Bryant, man. And I'm out of here, dog. Now, hey, no more scared niggas calling on the line when the white boy on the line, man. I'm tired of you niggas acting scared. Don't want no smoke, nigga. Fall on the sword. Stop having me come up here and kicking niggas back in because y'all scared, man.
Okay, so you're expanding on that, or do I just leave it alone? I'll leave it alone.
No, all I'm saying, listen, when Rory calling, even if you ain't want no smoke, don't let that white boy talk to y'all like that. Y'all want to stand on who black, who ain't, who fighting for this. How you trying to fight for votes, for black power, for black unity? What the hell you think you fighting for? When Rory come on the line, you out there want to say, oh, I don't want no problem. Oh, no, don't call, don't, please, I don't want no smoke. Nigga, stop buck dancing, stop cackling at the knees, nigga, and bark at that white boy, nigga.
Okay. Great to talk to you, Florida Boy Jay. Salute.
Salute.
Okay. I got a lot going on right now. Just give me a second. I got to check something here. Oh, man. Okay. Food, peace, and self-care. I got you donation. Okay, he's taking shots at Rory. Okay. I don't like to go at other people unless you guys are on the line together, but thank you, for your donation. Sir Shy. Okay, he's not on the line anymore, but thank you, Sir Shy. You and Rory have a history. I appreciate your donation. Okay, Glamour, are you calling in? I want to promote your podcast. I got you in my showrunner, youtube.com/@ Truth Be Told Podcast. If you want to call in, just shoot me an email and say, Storm on the line. Hey, Tiffany, I got your donation. Okay, she says, you and CCG stay safe. CCG is the Crystal Coast Gang. Let me take a minute to mention my other YouTube channel, Squirrel Party. I brought out the black water fountain. Anybody want to know what the black water fountain is about? Anybody want to take a guess? Put this column in the queue. 347, you're up next. Sit tight. Troll baby is the black water fountain. Any religious meaning to a black water fountain, or demonic, satanic? Someone says only black squirrels drink from it. Well, I've only seen 2 black squirrels in my backyard. Okay. But check out if you can't find Squirrel Party, go to my community section. There's a link to the latest episode. And it was very rainy that day, but I let the camera roll, and there's not a bunch of squirrels on that particular last episode, but I think you'll enjoy it. And please listen to the birds and the animals and the insects in the background. Okay, are you there? 347. Good evening. Monday night.
Star Peace.
Peace. How are you, sir?
Star Peace. Real quick. Salute to Noah Lyles for doing what he did and representing the country, winning the gold and all that. But for most people, if you don't preface him and his accomplishment with what he said about NBA players, they might not even know who he is really, though.
Yeah. Well, that's why I mentioned what he said early in my broadcast here, but he is a gold medalist. Where do you want to jump in?
All right, can I add on this too? So in regards to what he said or what have you, right? I know you don't want to make this your main topic, but, if an NBA player falls from grace or his skills diminish or whatever, or he gets drafted and can't make it to the NBA and they got to go overseas, that's looked at as some type of failure and demotion.
Okay.
So when you're talking about international ball playing, NBA and American basketball with foundational Black Americans being the star of the league is still number one, no matter what. Nobody can dispute that, right? So also in 1980, USA boycotted the Olympics, the Summer Olympics. So there was no American team or USA team losing in 1980. They boycotted. So I just wanted to throw that in there too. But
you're right.
In terms of
hang on, stay with me. Why did they boycott? I forget.
I think it has something to do with Russia. I'm not 100% for certain, but there was definitely the Cold War going on at that time, and Reagan was the president, and he was like, nah, man, I'm not. Matter of fact, I think it might have still been Jimmy Carter, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Reagan was in quite yet, or maybe, I don't think he was in quite yet. But anyway, they boycotted the Summer Olympics in 1980. They won the hockey team is famous for winning the gold against Russia in the Winter Olympics that year.
Yes.
So also too, 84, they had one of the best Olympic teams ever because Jordan was on there. Chris Mullin was on there. They had a lot of stars. And prior to 1982, yes, they never did have professional players. But the thing is that the international players were using professional players in the Olympics. That's why that's why USA started using their professional players in 1992. That's a fact. You can look that up.
Yes, you're right. But hang on a second. But now their leagues, their professional leagues, were nowhere near the NBA here in America. They didn't make any money, right? Make no money like NBA players.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you what happened. They got a lot of old NBA players. Kobe's father went overseas. He got his fame overseas.
Right.
Michael Ray Richardson, after his drug suspensions, he went overseas to Italy and caught wreck. Dominique went overseas. So there's a plethora of former NBA players for multiple reasons that went overseas and boosted up their leagues. Once again, foundational Black Americans went overseas, and even in their diminishing skills, they were still great enough to dominate in those leagues and make those leagues more relevant, rather. So you can never take away from American basketball the talent that America produces. And if anything, Team USA could get rid of Joel Embiid. He's not even from USA. I don't know why he there. He should either play for Cameroon or France. And
he's playing. Hang on a second. He's playing horrible defense. I watched him play. Looks horrible. Go ahead.
He looked like Coolidge from The White Shadow. I don't like Son.
Wow.
Anyway, that's not. But also too, you can't deny what USA brings, and also, I think that what's the matter with the NBA now? I've been watching basketball for a long time. I'm 50 years old, so at the end of the day, the NBA looks the way it looks now, and foreign players do better now because the NBA adopted the foreign style of basketball. Now it's all three-centric, 3-point shot centric, just like the international game. The international game wanted all 5 players on the court, including the center, to be able to shoot and be on some run and gun type vibe. The NBA is way softer now, so it's more of a Euro League, a more FIBA style NBA style. So that's why the other teams internationally are coming into the NBA, and they might be a little bit more successful, but let's just keep it real. And a caller talked about Jokic and Doncic. Yeah, they good and all that, but we talking about individuals here and there. Doncic is not he could dribble. He can get his own shot off, but he's a chucker. No. He has other skills, but he's unathletic, and he's pouty, whiny, floppy. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on a second. The return of the 4-point line. I saw this the other day. Have you heard about this? The 4-point line?
I mean, I don't know when that was ever in play. The NBA took the 3-point line from the ABA after they merged or whatever.
Right.
So I don't recall that being a 4-point line. So if they're gonna incorporate that, God bless them and all that.
Hold on. Yahoo Sports, December the 5th, 2023. The 4-point shot is coming to the NBA. I saw something recently. Is this because of what you just broke down and you did a great job? Is this because of the success of the NBA now, or the competition, as you also said, from abroad? But the 4-point line, I heard it was coming back, or is it reality? Let me look in the live chat. I can't remember where I saw that.
It's never been implemented in professional basketball, to my knowledge, at all.
No.
Serious professional
I said
basketball.
coming to the NBA. I gave you the source. Yahoo Sports.
I'm sorry, it's possible, but at the end of the day, I think the NBA has other concerns. I mean, across the board, the game is suffering because they do shoot too many 3-point shots. Seriously, it's too 3-centric. It's too much focused on that. And actually, I don't think players are more skilled now. You think players couldn't always dribble between their legs, pause, and dribble behind their back? It's too much over dribbling now. It's too much focused on the 3-point game, and players are hella soft and as zesty as Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's more of a cultural thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're seeing in all sports, in all genres, in all entertainment. The devil did very well with his influence, sir.
Okay. So you said you're foundational Black American, yes?
Yeah, I got a Puerto Rican last name, but I'm Black.
Okay. Did you purchase a copy of Microphone Check, or have you seen it in theaters?
No, but you know what? I need to. Didn't they take it off the racks or whatever?
Come on,
Joe
Black
Conzo
man. Come on, Black man. I just got mine in the mail.
No,
come on, we need you, Black man.
We
need you.
Listen, I'm tuned in, but check me out. I'm gonna tell you how tuned in I'm in, right?
Okay.
To be totally honest with you, and again, I got half my family Puerto Rican, half is Black, and all that, right?
Okay.
You know what's funny about Black people? We make everything cool, even the dumb stuff we make cool. So, it's nothing that people gravitate towards things that we do culturally. And, let's just call it what it is. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, especially here in New York, the N-word is free. They can say that freely. We don't penalize them. We don't want to run down on them. We don't call them racist or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of people assimilating into our culture, they do that with the dress. They did it with the music, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day,
so I hate to cut you short, but if and when you get time, pick up a copy, man. I just got mine. I'm going to watch it hopefully tomorrow. But
I'm hip. I'm hip.
I will do a review. Pick up a copy, man. You got to support, all right?
No question. Peace, Lord.
Peace. I appreciate the call. Thank you, sir. Glamour, is that you? 917 Truth Be Told podcast. Glamour,
what up?
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking?
So what up?
What up?
The show was good.
What's cracking?
Yo, I want to talk about that castration law. I don't know why that's not the topic of the night. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I'm up to speed,
balls,
man.
Niggas are losing their balls. This is big.
It's as big. It's a law as of August 1st in Louisiana. Come on.
It is definitely a law. Louisiana became the first state to allow judges to sentence adults to surgical castration as punishment for certain aggravated sex crimes under children under 13. That's big.
1 week after you get out of prison. 1 week.
That's both. And taking a lady's uterus, so you can't have no babies. And that ain't saying you can't get an abortion. Now you can't have a baby. They controlling the bodies. This is crazy.
Well,
crazy.
If you refuse, if you don't want to get the castration, again, males and females, you'll have to do. I saw one story that said an extra 3 to 5 years. I saw one.
You get extra time.
Yeah. So one story that said 2 years, and another one said 3 to 5. So either way, you're going to do some more time. What do you think? Do you think this has the potential to spread across the USA?
Oh, absolutely. There ain't no way niggas are not walking with balls in their pants. This is crazy. Like, you need that. Like, this is going to take away with no balls, you're not going to have the ability to want to do anything with anybody. You're going to just be, your testosterone is gone. You have no sexual wants or needs anyway. It's going to take the ability to not even want to look at a 10-year-old boy. So this is going to eliminate all of that.
Do you think it's too severe, Glamour? Do you think it's too severe and the castration will have no effect on is a sick mind? Because you'd have to be sick to, go down that path. And let's be careful how we talk about this, because I don't want to, cross a line here, an ethics line with YouTube. Do you think this will have any long-term effect, or is this not going to prevent, again, a sick person from being sick?
You can't. You just taking away the ability to, you're not taking away their mindset. The mindset is there. So if you got the sick mindset, you still want to look at people a certain way. So you're not taking away that. So at the end of the day, they still want to look at little people or younger people. So that's still going to be a thing. So it's not going to do anything.
Easy.
All right. It's punishment. It's severe punishment. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of a little overkill, but we got to eliminate these type of people, because at the end of the day, we got to protect the babies. The babies got to be protected, because, What we gonna do? How we gonna prevent these people from touching the next, touching your child or touching someone's child?
I hear what you're saying, Glamour, and I'm just trying to be objective here. If you allow this type of harsh treatment, which again is not even in Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico is according to multiple sources, a safe haven for, I'll just say, the sick people who have this issue. You can Google this, New York Times, 2019, and there's other articles with regards to Puerto Rico. This law is not even in Puerto Rico. So, you think it could be a somewhat of a trap, again, once again, for the disenfranchised or minorities, if you will? You think it's too harsh for them?
It could definitely be too harsh. I mean, what's the answer though? Like, what's the answer?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's put it on the parents. The parents, you watch your kids, what your kids are doing, what they talking to online. Make sure that, they ain't interacting with anyone that might be suspicious.
Right.
And monitor your child. You monitor your child, you know where they at, then you can eliminate this problem from happening. Eliminate that, and then maybe we can, maybe curb it a little bit. That's all I can think of. I mean, other than that, I think it's too harsh.
Okay.
Like I said, we got to watch what our children are doing. We got to definitely be involved when it comes to our kids and how they on social media.
Tell us on your platform, again, and my showrunner, youtube.com/@truthbetold podcast. When is your next live, and what is your last live that you posted, please?
My last live was Friday. The next live is Tuesday. I think I'm going to talk on this because I think this is a hot topic that needs to be addressed a little more. This is something that really needs to be, deep dive into this. So we'll talk about it tomorrow, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get some people on. If not, catch the rebroadcast and subscribe to Truth Be Told, because we keep it truthful and we love people to interact in our chat room. We talk to everybody. So it's an open place, it's open. It's for everybody to get in and, get truthful with us.
Great to hear from you, man. Salute.
Always a pleasure, Star. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Okay. YouTube.com/@CoachGats. One of my sponsors. Check him out. Please listen to his music and tell him that I sent you. Okay. Talking about Noah Lyles getting the gold medal yesterday at the Olympics. Photo finish, in case you didn't see it. Very exciting race. He backed it up. His talk, for those of you who didn't see the Olympics, this is the guy, once again, roughly a year ago, talking about NBA players when he did that press conference. He said, champions of what? Born in 1997, born in Gainesville, Florida. His hometown is Alexandria, Virginia. 5'11". Okay. He's doing the damn thing. He is doing the damn thing. He's part of a Netflix docu-series called Sprinter. I'm going to try and go watch a little bit more of that. It's not going to be tonight, but in the next couple of days. All right. Also, guys, showrunner, the castration law out of Louisiana. And I can't stress law enough. Okay. This is a reality. It went into effect August the 1st. The governor signed the bill, and it was authored by 2 black females. In case you don't know, let me give you their names again. State Representative Delicia Boyd, B-O-Y-D, and also State Senator Regina Barrow. Do you think these black women have an agenda beyond, this particular law in Louisiana? It's a fair question. I was trying to see if there was some type of personal connection to this law, or to the sad reality of why this law even, became a reality with Delicia Boyd, whether she herself was targeted once upon a time. But it's a law. Just want to say that, okay? Let me go to area code 260. Hey, it's Monday night. We're having a discussion here about a few topics. Can you turn that down in the background?
Star.
Hey, who's this?
This is Ray. How you doing, Star?
Ray, R-A-Y?
R-A-E.
Hey, Ray, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. My mind is, and my thoughts are all over the place about this physical castration. So if you would just give me a moment to get my thoughts out.
Okay.
So this leaves Louisiana open for lawsuits. So what if something goes wrong with the surgery? Who's paying for all of these follow-up visits? Mm-hmm. Also, taking a woman's uterus doesn't prevent her from being a predator. She still has a vagina and she still has hands. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you take a man's penis, he's going to be even more angry. I don't know what the actual solution is, mm-hmm. but I don't feel like physical castration is that. It just seems as though there could be a complication. What if somebody dies while you're doing this surgery? Then what?
To my knowledge, it's his testicles, not his quote unquote penis. But this hang on. The bill passed a lot of support for it. And I hear what you're saying, but let's get a firm understanding. This is a reality. Okay, so what can happen down the road, that's something that, I guess they're prepared to deal with. But this is law in Louisiana. Any family in Louisiana, or do you think this has the potential to spread throughout the USA?
No family in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And I just wonder why that state was the first. And it probably does. That probably does set a precedent to spread throughout the United States. If one state adopts it and it works, and is it a scare tactic for future criminals, child predators?
I'm glad you said that.
Oh no,
I'm glad you said that. I'm not trying to spread fear myself. I'm a little concerned because in the age of technology that we live in, and where people can literally frame someone, plant something, you can become a suspected, person with regards to, I'll just say, minors. There's a lot of things that can destroy someone's livelihood, make you become the victim of attacks. I mean, there's a lot here. But again, this is laws. So I mean, I don't want to do hypotheticals. I don't do hypotheticals, but I think it has the potential to spread. And did you see that the two people who authored the bill are Black women? Any thoughts, any concerns about that?
All of it's concerning. And I like what you mentioned about, I wonder if either one of those ladies were victims of abuse themselves. And, because it just seems inhumane and awful. Yeah. I'm very concerned. I'm concerned about child predators, but I'm also concerned about this law. Mm-hmm. It just seems very inhumane. I don't know what the solution is, and I know you said you don't do hypotheticals, but what if somebody dies when you're doing this surgery? That's a lawsuit. Who's doing all of the follow-up care? There's going to be follow-up care when you cut somebody. You're altering someone's livelihood in their lives. They have to take time off of work now to have follow-up treatment. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm sure they considered all of that, and I guess maybe they're prepared to deal with it. Maybe people who commit those types of crimes with, minors, maybe they will forfeit some of their quote unquote rights. Clearly this is an example of your bodily rights, being taken over. So
right, but it doesn't prevent them from still being a predator. Taking a woman's uterus doesn't prevent her from not being a predator.
You're right.
So in that instance, it's not productive. I can only not have children now. I can still be a predator.
As I said,
so I think that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you short. As I said, I'm concerned because we don't see this law anywhere in the USA. And, something like this can pick up traction. Democrats are good for rallying when it comes to something, I'll just say, in similar fashion. this type of law. They have so many. You could never do this with regards to, let's say, a transgender or a gay person. Oh, no. They would form some type of hate speech or some type of inhumane, attack on one's rights. But this points to black men, if you ask me. But go ahead and finish up.
I hadn't thought about that they're targeting black men, seeing as how Louisiana probably has a high population of black men. And are there that many? I mean, predators. This law, I just can't believe the law passed.
Yeah,
it's shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Okay. And do you care about Kamala Harris saying no reparations for black folk back in 2019? Did you see the video?
She said a lot of things that I don't agree with. This is just one of many.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
It is what it is. We can't change what she's saying. We can't change that she's the nominee. We can only go in the booth and vote for who we want to vote for.
Not saying that you shouldn't support her. I'm not trying to, say who you should and you shouldn't support. But maybe reparations is not a conversation that a lot of black people want to have. To be honest, so just want to see if you saw that. But I thank you for your call. Anything else with regards to Noah Lyles? He is my main topic. Did you see him win the gold? Do you care?
I did. And I will say that, so I don't follow Noah Lyles. I don't know a lot or anything about him besides that he runs track. Like they said, his name comes up every few years. I don't follow it outside of the Olympics and the trials prior to that.
Okay.
But when I saw his post, when I saw his interview after the race, and as soon as he started to speak, my mind went to, he's very zesty. And when he mentioned girlfriend, I was like, girlfriend, who, where, when? I was like, do you mean boyfriend? I was like, there is no way.
But
the beads in the hair.
Hold on. How old are you? I don't know if we've spoken that before, but how old are you?
45.
Okay. Today's generation is very different, yes?
Very. Extremely.
Singer Tank said just because a guy smokes a pole doesn't mean he's gay. Did you catch that about a couple years ago? Tank said that.
Yeah, and sir, yes, it does.
If you ask me, yes. If you smoke a pole, my nigga, you're gay. Now, whether that's to each his own. I'm just gonna say to each his own. But they're different now. So whether he's overly zesty or not, I don't know. But my question was just, is black masculinity a thing of the past? That was my question.
Not with the men that I'm around, but with the men that I see out at the grocery store with these Crocs and these bonnets. Yes. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate. I don't know if it's in the water, if it's in the food, these TV shows, it's all over. My children can't watch a TV show without there being a children's TV show without there being some type of theme of zestiness between the two sexes. And it's just like, what are we doing? Why are we feeding this to, 10-year-olds? Mm-hmm. My 10-year-old doesn't need to see that. And we're watching children's shows, not adult shows. And they're feeding this theme of all of this.
Are you in the Georgia?
Yes, I would say.
Are you in the Georgia area by any chance?
No, I'm not. I'm in Indiana.
Oh, okay.
But it's very prevalent here. You can't go out without seeing
it's out there.
The nail painting. I'm getting the pedicure. I don't even get fake nails, and there's 3 men in there getting fake nails with designs.
Right. Okay. Well, the reason why I asked you, because in Georgia, my last year of living down there, I noticed a lot of black men who will dress as if they're, just let me just say heterosexual. You would assume heterosexual. They've got these long acrylic nails. That's out there where you are too, in Indiana?
It is. I was in shock. At least 3 men the last time I went to get a pedicure were getting acrylic nails. And I was like, okay, we're getting outnumbered here at the nail shop. I don't even get fake nails, but that's fine. You know, do you? I don't have to, you know, your technically your sexuality, what you do behind closed doors doesn't affect what I'm going to do. But then my children see this all over. And then I don't know if they're thinking that it's okay. We have these conversations. I'm still going to love you. If you decide that you do want to be lesbian, homosexual, whatever, zesty, but I just
gender fluid.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, gender fluid is what the term now.
Yeah, my daughter has mentioned that.
Yeah,
gender fluid.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, great to talk to you. Thank you for tapping in.
Thank you.
Bye now. Okay.
Have a good night.
All right.